Fingers crossed everything goes good, because I'm excited for Battletech, so how do we want to start off? Well, really, I guess for anyone who doesn't have a clue what's going on with Mechwarrior Online, I suppose I should pick something traditional and not jump straight into a Nova. So, what would be my best all-around type of mech? I like the Hellbringer, it's more a support role, but let's see. I didn't really think this out through. I don't know which would be a good all-round type of mech just to kind of discuss. I'll take my Stormcrow, I guess. Let's see. Although it helps if they color-code it properly, since getting a new PC it's just showing me the vanilla colors. So, which one? Ah, there you are. There's my Stormcrow. So, we're about to wage some 12-on-12 mech combat here. So, the gist of it is, we have multiple components that each can be damaged, and there's only 3 main ways that you can lose your mech. The first way is by losing both your legs here, and it shows the hit points of each of the components there. So 40 points of damage, and then structure, where you can get critical hits on these components that you're seeing here, is an additional 34 health after armor is destroyed. The second way to get to lose your mech is of course headshots, so losing all your armor on the head component, which is kind of tricky to do, especially when you're moving around. And the third way to lose your mech is taking 3 critical hits on the engine component, which normally means my center torso is completely destroyed. But there are engine components on some of these mechs that are also on the side torsos too, so losing a torso basically means I lose 2 engine components on the Stormcrow at least. So that's some basic thing as far as how my mech's gonna get destroyed. There's a lot of customization to it. I am enjoying this game. I play it on and off, and hell, I've grown up on Mechwarrior in general, so maybe not so much the tabletop version. I haven't really played a whole lot of that, aside for when Mega Mech came out, so my time learning about Mechwarrior and Battletech was basically older Mechwarrior games in general. So, we already got a queue. We'll go with something generic. Rubelite, Oasis. I'm not quite too terribly first on these maps just yet. Like I said, I'm on and off on Mechwarrior Online, but I do play quite a bit there, and I got a good handful of mechs available, and I should pick a game mode. That might help too. At least make my vote matter. But it looks like we got my choice there. So, Grim Plexus and Standard Assault. So, everyone has 1 life to their mech. So, you can either wipe out the entire team for a victory, or in this case of Assault, we capture the base that's near a spawn point. But normally it's going to result in us destroying each other. And then my Stormcrow is kind of like a medium mech. There's like, 20 tons lightest as far as the size and scale. And the biggest mechs are 100 tonners, so I'm somewhere in the middle there. This mech is more like just trying to do consistent long-term damage with some missiles and lock-on missiles to kind of help deal with the more mobile type of targets. And since we're streaming, I might as well keep in mind any obnoxious people so that way I can mute them when necessary. Since I might be taking a bit of a risk here, leave all the mics on. But it's 12-on-12. So it's going to get chaotic, and more often than not it's going to snowball out of control. You don't really get very many battles that end up very down to the wire. Not commonly, at least. And I might as well hit ready. Not that it matters too much. More often than not, everyone's like, half the people are not even confirmed to be ready when the match starts. So let's get this started. Let's show you what the real game's about, aside from my boring dialogue that probably just confused you more so than not. Let's get this going. So, the map's laid on the grids there is going to be pretty important for calling out targets, because you can only see the enemies outside of visually seeing them by if your teammates are actually targeting them. So there could be like those my 4 allies right there. If they were enemies, I would only be able to see what my allies actually targeted there, as an example, which will make more sense as we get into the fighting. But normally how this plays out is we're going to try and group up best we can, especially since those icons that represent the assault mechs, there are heavy hitters, there are frontline fighters more often than not. So we kind of want to group up with them unless we're really mobile mech, in which case we're going to try and harass and try and get some scouting done. But in this case I'm here to try to protect the assaults from being pushed too aggressively, especially by smaller mechs. I got an auto cannon for like the bigger main punch, and I gotta remember The steam overlay there is a bit annoying there, and that was just from hitting shift. Normally I have to hit like shift tab or something. Alright, so we got targets.
New target acquired.
2 targets there, at least that was at least were shown. There's a light mech there. You could tell it's a light mech because of the silhouette there. So that empty diamond is basically a light mech, and the X in the middle, that's the assault. And I'm having a hard time remembering what's a heavy or a medium, because that's a heavy right there with it going horizontal, and then vertical would be a medium.
Target acquired.
So I just keep getting confused what's a medium, what's a heavy because of these icons. Need to get used to that, damn it. But we got contact, we have a rough idea where they're at. Just gotta make sure we don't get surrounded and flanked.
Target acquired.
And I'll try not to be too jarring on the mouse controls, because
take advantage and hold it back, guys.
Since I am actually using a mouse and not a joystick to control this here some.
New target acquired.
Just trying to make sure we don't get any surprises here, because more often than not our assaults should be pushing the front line, at least trying to be the most aggressive depending on their equipment.
New target.
And it's hard to really say because, like I said, my allies can only target one at a time. Since I have like 11 other allies, we could potentially highlight their entire squad, but really difficult to get a real reading without some, like a UAV over top their fleet, or like some comm chatter. Nope. I forgot to change my hotkeys, so that's annoying. Or control groups, so give me a moment here. I could do this on the fly. There, we're all set. Now let's not try an alpha strike with weapons that probably aren't going to do damage now. And that's my short-range missiles that are locking on there, although kind of pointless at this kind of range. Ah, jammed already. That's the potential of my autocannons. I can double fire with it, but it has risk of overheating. And I have hotkeys. Let's see. Ah, that was a bad shot. I missed completely there. And I do have a UAV on me, but I gotta get pretty close for that to matter. He took some good damage, but they're chasing our light right now. Ooh, there's assaults there. I'm gonna try and light them up with a UAV, I think, while I push on forward. Let's see how this goes. Although, we're already revealing them, but... there's an enemy UAV right above me. I can't reach it! They're spotting us. Can't reach. Damn it, a little bit more. I'm trying to shoot it with my arm guns. There we go, that's down finally.
New target acquired.
So at least that blinds them a tiny bit. Nope, this is... That's not pleasant. I better get the hell out of there. I don't want to deal with a 100-tonner. That was a direwolf. 100-ton heavy hitting mech. It's got a big nose though, so it can die easily. But damn, he wants me. Oh, they're all right here too. I'm in a bad spot right now. Yeah, you can see my armor status on the bottom left there. Whereas on the top right, whatever mech I have targeted currently, I can see the health status and of course their weapon loadout. And that Annihilator has 5 like shotguns, LBX-10s on it. So you do not want to get close to that thing. Safe to say. That Atlas still has plenty of armor. That Archer, oh that's a crab even. There, that Annihilator is down. Sadly I didn't get credit for the kill there. But that still felt good. Oh, and I thought that was the UAV at first. Oh wait, it is the UAV. Let's kill the damn thing. I thought it was an airstrike at first. Bad time to jam.
Target acquired.
Bad time for my UAC, or my autocannons to jam. Dang it. Nope, this is gonna suck. And we're losing 5A at the moment on the kill counter on top, but...
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
There's a nice kill. Destroy his torso. He's gone, but we're still a little bit of an underdog here. I need to find a weak link, and sadly neither of those mechs are exposed. The right component there is the rear, and the left component on the top right is their front armor, so I'm not easily going to get a kill there, because it has 2 indicators. The main box is their internals, like there, I just took out the armor of his center torso and right torso, but I'm really damn exposed right now. Can
New
I?
target acquired.
And he's still heavily armored too. Don't think I'm gonna kill him, especially with that dang thing having a Gauss rifle. It just destroyed my leg too, so...
Torso critical damage. Target destroyed.
Ooh, I actually got him. You shouldn't have stood still there, buddy. That was not
Target acquired.
that should not have gotten a
Target
kill.
acquired.
Nah. Wasn't too bad. A lot of awkward positioning though. I did not want to be in the front line ideally, because I die really quickly when the assault mechs are looking at me. Oh well, let's see. It looks like it's going to be a loss anyway. We have only 2 mechs left versus their 5. And I can always hop out any time, so I might consider doing that.
New target acquired.
Can you kill him? Can you kill him? Nope, he's just zooming in. Now, they could do some damage, but with most of their mech having lots of health still, might not happen. Yeesh, and that's lasers loud for me when they're alpha striking, firing all their weapons. I'm really hoping that's not as loud on the stream. But now that I explained what the hell was going on, hopefully give a basic idea of what the gameplay is like, maybe now I can play a little more seriously there. Although, my Stormcrow isn't really built to do, like, be top of the damage there, do the most damage in the general sense. It's meant to do damage over time and more than likely go after, like, other mediums and light mechs, ideally. I have good lasers and the autocans for doing damage to bigger mechs, but if they're looking at me, I'm probably going to die really quickly regardless. So this thing is more of a hit and run type of mech. Whereas this Nova, on the other hand, is all about the burst damage. This thing is ridiculous in terms of its firepower because it has 12 of these lasers, which generally means I'm going to get ridiculously overheated, which results in my mech powering down and I'm a sitting duck. So what better way to demonstrate the heat mechanic than trying to manage 12 lasers? Because there is kind of like an in-game modifier that punishes me if I shoot 6 or more of these lasers at once, so I kind of need to stagger them a little bit. But this should be fun, and it should be amazing if somehow I succeed in this with this mech, although, there we go, quick play. Because I think the other one's about to end anyway. I think we already know the result, although they could get lucky. The light mechs are pretty brutal in the later stages of the battle. Ooh, let's play on Manifold, the Death Star as it were, as I love to call it. Technically it's not really a Death Star, it's more like an installation on a moon. So not really a Death Star at all, it just reminds me of it due to architecture and design. And another assault, so that's not a big deal. I kind of like Conquest because that is like a King of the Hill type of thing. You got 5 different points you have to capture and build up resources, which kind of encourages you to split up your forces. Which, in my opinion, like the smaller scale battles are like the best thing that I've been enjoying Mechwarrior Online. They're a lot of fun, especially if you're well equipped for that type of small scale combat. But otherwise, how are we looking so far while it's loading? Although that is the wrong tab I wanted. We will see. Otherwise, this should be fun. Kind of an awkward layout because it's kind of like just a gradual slope upwards, so I'm not going to have good ambush points unless they position themselves in awkward placements. Because really, the middle of the map is like the satellite for the entire base, and that's like on the top of the base too, so there's going to be a gradual slope with some other like obstructions and buildings along the corners of the base, as well as an underground portion underneath the satellite, but almost no one ever goes down there unless it's Conquest, which has an actual objective underneath that.
Sensors online.
But it's good for like gaining behind there if you're like a speedy light mech. So let's get this going. There is also a third person mode there, but it restricts what you can do quite a bit. Like, I don't have the minimap down below. I don't think I get like indicators of sorts, but it's useful for peeking behind hills to an extent, but they kind of removed that they kind of limit that quite a bit in a recent patch, and I was with them not looking at the minimap or not having a minimap, I kind of was going the wrong way too. Because we want to go straight through the middle. Although I don't want to take point anyway. This thing's more like an ambusher. I have a ridiculous amount of burst damage. I got 6 lasers on each side. Whoop. And I almost ran into my ally there. But yeah, you see that little red bar on the right, that's my heat. So if that ever reaches 100%, then I basically power down. But I can always override it.
Engaged.
The risk there is I take damage comparable to how much I'm overheating, basically. So I need to be very careful with that.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
And also now I gotta find a good positioning.
New target
If I can
acquired.
hit him. Ooh, I was just out of range. I didn't get much of a hit on that urban mech. It's an Urbie. It's a goddamn trash can. Don't really do a lot of burst damage in range. I kind of need to be 300 meters. At least the range indicator for optimal range is 460 is what it says there. But I can shoot a little bit further than that. I just get fall off damage. So it didn't seem like there's anything underground.
New target
I need some good
acquired.
intel and I'm all by myself right now, so let's just turn around. There's a real chance I could get swarmed because I have no intel and no UAV to tell me how many
New
are in this
target
area.
acquired.
Target spotted.
And for all I know, they're all there, but with lack of intel, hard to say. There, that was a good hit there. I don't know what kind of damage I just did, because the ramp may have soaked some of that damage.
Heat level critical.
Ah, dang it.
Override
I was a little bit
engaged.
too slow in override, but that's basically what the overheating does. Never mind the fact I took internal damage because of that overheating too. Not a lot of damage, it just highlights yellow whenever I take any damage at all, so that's not much of an indicator just yet. Only that I took heat damage.
New target acquired.
So now we gotta find a good vantage point here to maximize my damage.
New target acquired.
Ooh, that enforcer is gonna be scary. He has 2 rotary autocannons, so they're basically machine guns.
Target spotted.
Heavy scale machine guns. But they do have a risk of jamming, kind of like my autocannons were in the last match.
New target acquired.
Did a good amount of damage on his arm there. Ooh, his arm's already gone, so I hit him hard there. That definitely felt good. Generally, you want to hit the torso or something that might lead to a kill relatively
New target
quickly.
acquired.
I didn't want to hit my ally there, which is what that weird throwing my arms around and my lasers around for. Oh, something's hit me. And it wasn't from them on the ramp. So what just shot me? Whatever it was that hit me in the rear.
New target acquired.
So, can we hit the Annihilator? Not very well. Ah, dang it, the lasers are in my way. Yeah, and he has 2 heavy gauze. Thankfully, he didn't hit perfectly, but he was looking at me, which is why I do not want to stand still and be in front of him. And 2 heavy gauze are going to really hurt if we're out in the open like this.
Right arm critical damage.
Okay, my arms took damage, and I do not want to lose those arms. That's...
Everybody wanna try to do anything this game?
Let's
New
see.
target
I'm
acquired.
trying. It's not working out very well. There, I got his arm, but... Okay, torso's almost gone.
Warning, incoming missile.
Okay, got his
Heat
torso.
level critical.
Not enough for a kill just yet. This is not going to be pretty, but I have someone with me behind me. If they poke up.
Center torso.
Ah, it died. Dang it. I really need to turn off that Steam overlay thing, because it's... Every time it hits shift there to kind of like... lock my arms with where directly in front of me, it's kind of like popping up that cue. So let me turn that damn thing off. Maybe I could change my hotkeys as well, but where is the damn thing? Okay, in game, there we go. That should fix that. Pretty good damage considering we're losing horribly. 546 damage, but
It's a good thing nobody was shooting at the enemy. We wouldn't want to hurt him.
hey, I was shooting
We
him.
wouldn't have.
Oh my. There it is already. Normally the teammates are a little bit better there. Communications have been pretty good there, but like I said, no real intel, no real communications on their position, so I had a hard judgment call where to go, really. Because there's a real chance I just go around the corner trying to flank them, and there's all of them right there, just because of how the scouting intel management works. But that was still fun. Got a good amount of damage in. It could have been better if we weren't getting horribly stomped, though. Without a doubt. So, let's try and play something a little bit bigger now. Let's show off some rotary autocannons. My Catapult K2, which is basically, instead of being a missile mech like the original Catapult, this thing's all about lasers and autocannons. So this should be fun. It's very damn fragile because I have extra light engines on here, so if I ever lose one of my side torsos, this thing is immediately dead. So this is, for all intents and purposes, a glass cannon. So I'm going to be playing very similar to how my Nova works, but at least this thing needs to commit, since my damage with the rotary autocannons is over time. But damn, is it a lot of damage when it starts hitting hard. Now, domination is like a center point. This is the true King of the Hill with a single capture point we have to fight over. Might as well go with that, but everyone's taking assault. Now, let's see if this goes well. Oh, Polar Highlands, so this is like as long-range centric of a map as you can get. So, this may not go well for me until we get in close. I'm going to be playing really passive, because there's a lot of these low slopes, and with long-range missiles that basically arc over all of it, you do not want to poke out, not unless you got some allies with some missile defense systems or ECM, electronic warfare, to kind of like keep yourself from being targeted. Otherwise, you never want to poke out. So sadly, this is the wrong mech for me, for this type of map. But we'll see how it plays out. I could do a lot of damage in a flank, countering an aggressive push. I could do a lot of things here still. It's just going to be very slow, at least for me. Now, what do we have here? There's a lot of code names for all these mechs, but I'm aware of all of them. We have a Mauler, that's an assault. Highlander 2C, so that's another assault. 3 assaults in that group, and another catapult. Basically, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, these are 4-man lances as they're called, so 3 assaults. Let's see. Bushwhacker, I'm pretty certain BSW is a Bushwhacker. Uziel, so we have 3 assaults and 1 lance. It looks like mediums mostly in the second.
Sensors online.
And I didn't check what Alpha Lance was just yet. Trying to get a good gauge of what we have, and I wasn't noticing any lights. And of course I'm facing the wrong way, so let's get this going, shall we? This thing, because it has an extra light engine, it's also really damn nimble for its size too. I like to argue it's pretty mobile anyway. But what are we looking at? Oh, that's the wrong button. I can't remember what key it is to show scoreboard. Oh, it definitely was not tab because I just used my coolant, so I need to remember to switch up all my hotkeys because apparently that was not it. Oh well, we'll worry about that later. Okay, but we do have light mechs. We got a Locust, Shadowcat there with ECM, so I may want to hang with him for a bit. He's got the ECM to protect me from missiles. Piranha, Arctic Cheetah, so we got 3 light mechs there. And right now I'm in the front. So we'll let these guys do their thing. And how close do we have to be is like 80 meters, I think, to have the ECM shield. Which I'm not going to get because he's outrunning me, the damn thing. Oh. Is my... Oh. It's a lot of frame locking there. Maybe I should turn off the local recording. That might be what's going on here. Because I'm trying to stream as well as do a local record for the editing for onto YouTube later. So it's probably strained my PC quite a bit as a result. I just try and... Well, that's kind of a silly thing to think of, because I was thinking maybe I had them on separate hard drives, but then after all, my streaming doesn't use a hard drive, so I don't think that matters. So, let's see how this goes. bushwhackers up front. We got
Target acquired.
lights there,
New
heavies.
target acquired.
So far,
Target spotted.
we got like 3 or so mechs in that corner. That's what it's looking like. Hunchback. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any visual confirmation, because I do not for the life of me want to poke out.
Over there in India 8.
India 8. Let's see.
Target spotted.
So that's basically
New
right in
target
front of us here.
acquired.
Not gonna get much of a shot here. I got what? 500-meter range with my autocannon, so unless they're pretty close, I'm not hitting those things.
Target spotted.
So like I said, this is slow, and I do not want to poke up needlessly.
Target spotted.
Yeah, they're pushing up India
New
8
target
area.
acquired.
Alright. And they can actually see when I'm using third person, because see, in how the mechanics works, it shows a little drone with a red light behind me when I go to third person,
New
so
target acquired.
I am technically giving away my position doing that. Okay. Can't quite hit anything effectively though.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
And I'm worried about poking up too much because I don't know how many are actually there. Especially when he's spamming targets like that.
Acquired.
Target spotted.
Once the real push happens, I can do damage in it quickly. Like this. We just did a world of hurt to that assault mech. Just look at the damage on top. That was pretty much all me there. I almost killed him though. I wandered my ink cursor a little bit rather than staying committed to the center torso. That probably would have killed him.
New target acquired.
Those rotaries are no joke. But I got the kill. I got the credit for it at least. Most damage is what it said down below. So do not underestimate the rotaries. I did so much more damage than he did to me. Like I said, it's going to be a slow game for me, but when I get my shots off, it's going to hurt. Don't think there's much I can do about the lights, though. And they're busy dancing with each other right now. I do have UAVs, but we're kind of blind right now with no
There's
scout.
also a locust over here.
Target acquired.
Can I shoot him? Nah, not quite. But we got 3 lights over there, and there was like, yeah, there's a cicada.
New target
Ooh,
acquired.
can I hit you? Can I hit that cicada? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I'll bring her.
I want to help you guys, but it's an easy mistake to go after those small mobile mechs that can easily run away. Even if it is me trying to help them. Yeah, there's the drone right there. It was only a brief moment, but there's the drone right there floating behind the catapult.
New target acquired.
That's what it looks like. I do have UAV. I don't know how helpful it is, but if they're on the other side of this hill, I can at least spot them.
UAV
Nope,
activated.
there's a Mark II right there. Thank God I backed up because he was about to shoot my ass. With his dual gauze, apparently. Dang it. There's more wrecking for ya. Nope, I'm getting shot at. What just hit me? What just hit me? I'm not sure, and I didn't like
New
it.
target acquired.
Thankfully, I didn't really take any damage, but still, I didn't like it. Oh, we're dying horribly here right now.
UAV activated. Left arm critical
I don't care about my left arm. It has a weapon I don't care about.
acquired.
There goes his torso. A lot of his center armor's gone. That hunchback is limping a bit.
New target acquired.
Now, if I can damage his other torsos quite enough, then I can kill him. But it looks like, we could still win. It's 3-5. It's hard to say.
Heat level critical.
I don't know if that was actually hitting him or not. It's hard to say with the animation and the delay. But I think he's dead. Okay, he has no weapons at all. He's no joke. Or he's a joke right now. I'm hoping I'm hitting him. I don't know if I actually am or not, but... Yep. Nah, this is over. At least for me. Damn good run, though. 642, that beat my Nova easily enough. Maybe I should stop my local recordings, probably causing some hiccups there, especially with how big a map this is too. But I like to think that was good. No, I'm not in a pre-made, alas. Although, my stream did not update because I'm just now seeing your message there, Diligent. So why is my Android not keeping track of stream chat for me? That's annoying. Sadly, no pre-made there though. Huh. So let's try it again, see if it actually connects this time. Looks like a loss, sadly. It was a good match though. Okay, now I see a chat, so maybe because it didn't log in.
Good job.
There. Let's see. 642 damage, not too bad there. Considering I was like, what? Just sporadically gained combat in there, but I was hitting hard as it made apparent with some of those assault mechs. If you want to do like a pre-made group there, although that just means we fight nothing but pre-mades, which doesn't really matter all that much. It's just going to change the dynamic of how the matches are going to go. But I'm up for it. I just don't know your endgame name, mind you. Let's see. Yeah, just let me know what your ID is or in-game name is so I can add ya. In the meantime, let me figure out what mech I want to try out. Do I go... Yeah, I say I go with the Warhawk. I really enjoy the Warhawk. It's definitely not what you expect of most assaults, since you kind of want... The impression I gave you is they're frontline fighters, but if I can find the proper spot with these PPCs, just draw their ire at extreme range, then it's technically the same thing. I just gotta be really good at my positioning though. Alright, let me just add you quickly there. Alright, so I'll probably just... I don't know if you went AFK or not there, but I'll give it a match. Unless you're not seeing the invite, but I'll quickly do a match there and then I'll try sending our invite to you afterwards there, Aviator. Once you get back, we'll keep this train running there. This is what is it, my guilty pleasure here, this Warhawk. It can still be effective, mind you, but I need to be really aware of the map and positioning if I'm gonna have that presence that Assault Mech needs to. And we could go Polar Highlands again for that kind of setup. I'm tempted to go Polar Highlands, but... Yeah, it looks like we're going Polar Highlands, so be careful what I wish for, I guess, because again, long-range missiles can still be a pain, but at the same time, my PPCs shoot farther than those missiles, so... This is where the positioning is so important for me. I can constantly let my presence be known, draw their ire, while being at such extreme range that their shots, in theory, do almost no damage to me. So that's how I plan on tanking, for lack of a better term. Is just making my presence constantly known, but I'm not familiar with Polar Highlands enough to really know where the best positionings, where to go, ideally, and not get horribly flanked by those light mechs. But I enjoy this mech a lot. I have a lot of effective games with it. Remains to be seen if I'm doing my role properly though, because there's always expectations. The assault mechs are supposed to be the tanks, the frontliners, kind of like how I told you. This is kind of going against the curve a little bit, but like I said, if I make my presence known and just draw their ire, then I'm still technically doing the same thing. It's just in a little more unorthodox kind of setup. So, what do we have here? Linebacker, TNS, I'm trying to remember what TNS is. Marauder 2C.
Reactor online. Sensors
Let's get this
online.
going.
Weapons online.
I'm excited to show off the Warhawk there. Although, let's see. Again, gotta be aware of my positioning. Because it's really hard to know where I should stand, because I'm not going to be anywhere near that point to grab. And I believe each of those grids is about 500 meters in size, I think. So I'm going to be way back here if I'm going to be shooting at extreme range. So I definitely need to be smart with how my position is, and that's going to take some work. But what do we have here? Centurion, medium mech, bushwhacker medium, Marauder 2C, that's a 100-tonner. Rifleman, that's 60, heavy mech. Gargoyle, a speedy assault mech. And it's a bit of a mess too, so I'm just trying to get a gauge what we have. Ooh, we have a Nova. I wonder what his loadout is. Hard to say, but it looks like he's not using 6 lasers on each arm, so he may have deliberately cut down on that.
Airstrike
Because it
online.
is pretty damn difficult to utilize that mech effectively. But vicious when you get those proper runs going, the proper positioning, because it also, I never talked about it on the Nova when I played it, but it has jump jets, so it can easily scale cliffs and get the really awkward positionings you would not expect it to do that insane burst damage. I'm trying to do the math quickly in my head. I think it's 6 damage per full barrage of full laser duration, so he's easily doing 36 damage per 6 lasers, so he fires all 12 of those in a single component. He can potentially kill a single component of a mech instantly, unless they're like an assault mech or a really heavily armored heavy. There was a Shadow Cat there. What? Didn't I turn you off, you stupid thing? That's annoying. I shot through his legs, you lucky bugger. Because the main benefit of the PPC is that it kills his jamming, so that way we can target him too. That's one subtle benefit. I'm not seeing much just yet, so I should get to higher ground, but be mindful of this.
Target spotted.
Am I not hitting this damn thing? There, that's better. Thank you. And effectively, my range says 931, but I can shoot at 1,600 meters. I'm just not doing a lot of damage.
Target acquired.
So I gotta be mindful of the range. Hell, I could shoot that thing. Not very well, though, apparently, with the hill.
Airstrike online.
Oh, what just shot me there? I took a single auto cannon hit, I'm not sure from where.
New target acquired.
And I don't know where our ECMX are, because they would be really handy right here.
Target spotted.
Nice star, missed you.
New target acquired.
Ha, LBX, that's cute.
Target spotted.
He's basically shooting a shotgun at me at 1,000 meters. It still can hurt if I take it for granted, but it's going to be doing damage to everything.
New target acquired.
And there's, oh, we got 4 mechs over on the right, so this could not go well for us if we're not careful.
Acquired.
If we're not careful, because they could just focus all their fire on the flank if we're not able to shoot them as well. There's the ECM being cancelled by the PPC. Doesn't do much good when he's not poking up. There, he took some good hits there. Their LBX-10 are no good match.
Airstrike online.
Low ground.
Okay, so gotta get.
Towards center circle. Kill those guys in Hotel 9. Flank Hotel 9 type guys.
Okay.
They're still pushing Alpha right now.
Alright, so we're pushing on in.
New target acquired.
See if I can get a shot there, kind of deter him, slow him down. Because this slope is not helping me, and there was an artillery there too.
Airstrike online.
Okay, he's about dead. Gotta be very careful here, because this could go badly.
New target.
Oh, you're down.
acquired.
And my arms are too low. I don't, even though I see him, I probably can't shoot him because my PPC arms are down lower than what I'm actually seeing.
Target acquired. New target.
Like that, for example. That did not hit him, even though it's a prime precision to hit him.
Airstrike.
Alright, drop an airstrike to kind of deter them a little bit. That's what that smoke is. So if nothing else, that scares them a little. Maybe do damage if I'm so lucky. There's some good hits.
Target destroyed. Left
Took a little bit of damage. Oh, I took a lot of damage actually.
Heatsink destroyed.
So let's not lose my torso and two of my PPCs, shall we?
New target acquired.
But we're winning so far,
Target
5-2, so
New target acquired.
I just wait for the push so that way I don't leave my torso exposed like that. Jeez. That I was not expecting.
New target acquired.
Okay, just killed him. 8-2, so I'm just waiting for the eventual push since
Target spotted.
my left torso already took a bit of a beating.
New target.
Ooh, you're almost dead. I wish I had killed that catapult. And he just stole my kill. With his dang trumpets. And he only has one laser left. Yo, he has nothing, so he's a sitting duck.
Target destroyed.
And he stole my kill anyway. Although, technically, I think he did more damage to it. Can I kill? No. Alright, I'll try sending our invite to you there, Diligent Diamond, if you're still there or not. Once we get out of this. But how well does this thing do? Not very well, considering I didn't get much opportunistic shots. It survived, so I guess that's something. I might want to try another round there. Well, I wasn't really getting good positioning since everything was behind a hill. Go figure, huh? That's why the missiles are so useful there, because they're not steep enough that you can use them for a shield. But that's easily alleviated with some anti-missile defense and, like I said, the ECM that I was negating for a brief period. So I'll try sending our invite to you, I think. Oh, I have to make a unit first, that's why. Oh, he's offline. So this thing is completely bugging out, because it still says you're online there. So that's odd. Oh well, let me just leave the group and we'll continue with the solo queue then. So I'll try one more with the Warhawk, see if we can get a real match in. At least get an effective run in. That would be the dream. Just gotta be careful about taking too much damage on the torsos. At least a single torso. Because obviously I can just rotate my mech there to kind of shield it when necessary. But my components can die quickly if I'm getting shot at by 2 or 3 mechs at the same time. Kind of like what happened there with my left torso. It just didn't feel as impactful because it seemed like I was only getting shot at by 1 or 2 weapons. Which is something that annoys me a little bit. It didn't feel like I was getting shot at by everything there. It seemed like only 1 weapon was hitting me. I kind of like Canyon Network, I'm not gonna lie. I really like that map. It's probably not good for my Warhawk though. Ooh, Conquest. Do we get it? No, we don't. I was excited to show off a Conquest map. Oh, well, maybe that'll be another time. Let's see how it goes. So this is the same type of layout as what we just had before. There's going to be a point in the middle of the capture. And so long as we have 1 mech on there, it can either cancel them capturing it, or we start gaining progress on it. So there's going to be a lot of fighting in the middle, without a doubt. And this is not probably going to be very good for me, because look how steep those ridges are. I'm not going to be able to climb up them very well, and it's going to be really hard to kind of like use them for cover, because I'm going to be going sideways rather than straight up them for that reason. They're pretty steep, really tricky to utilize, and with the steep ridges it's hard to get visual idea or visual confirmation of anything that's trying to flank me too. So there's a lot of risks with this map, at least for my Warhawk. If I had UAVs to kind of like serve as an early warning system, that would help a bit, because it could spot them as they're going around the corners out of my vision. But we'll see what happens. What is our mech layout anyway? Warhawk, King Crab, Executioner. So 2 King Crabs, Executioner, so we're all salts down in Charlie Lance. 2 Hellbringers.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, Santos. Santos is the TNS, I remember now.
How you guys? 18. How you guys?
Good day. So, we don't really have a lot of light mechs though. It looks like we only have 2 light mechs in the...
Remember to put your
Because what? We have...
to put your slippers on so they don't hear us coming.
Oh, I'll be sneaky.
Reactor online.
We'll see how that works out, but we have only 2 light mechs in the Panther and the Locust, so...
Online.
That's kind of okay, I guess.
All systems
We'll see.
nominal.
I'm lying, they're gonna hear me from a mile away.
Can I get up here though? It's the big question. Come on, a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Now we're gonna be in the thick of it really damn quickly.
Damn, that king crab paint job.
Gotta be very careful, and damn it,
Built that
I-
fucking blood god.
maybe I need to save that or something.
I think I want it.
Because that's annoying every time I try and hold shift there, because the little circle there is for my arms where they're aiming, and the X crosshair is for what my torsos can shoot at. So whenever I hit shift,
You are cool.
it locks that. That's what I'm trying to do, and it's really irritating.
Acquired.
Sorry to break
New
it to you.
target acquired.
Haven't seen it.
Nope, that was bad shots there. Let's see, what else is...
Right there.
Okay, Sun Spider's over there. I have ECM kind of serve as a shield.
Probably Sunspire.
Can I get the arm shot? Good hit.
Oh yeah, that's
Damn, those are good hits. Gotta be careful of flanks though, wherever the hell they might be. Because again, these are really steep, so it's really difficult to get an idea where they're at. There's our Corn King Crab, I guess. The Blood God is happy to stay. Now let's keep this going. It looks like they're all on the left. I just want to be very cautious. The last thing I need is something on my rear to ambush me. That was a bad shot. Ooh, that was a good hit on the arm, at least. I'm using my advanced zoom scope to try and get hits there, but it's a little bit awkward to use sometimes because it distorts the visuals a little bit, especially like the icons.
New
Oh, that
target
scared me a moment.
acquired.
That's the objective, which we don't care about right now because we kind of got a good grasp on the middle point.
New target acquired.
I'm missing out on the fun though with that said, and we got visuals of all of them. So let me just keep an eye
New
out
target acquired.
for any UAVs that might be trying to reveal us.
New target acquired.
There goes his missiles. And this is the one benefit of having these PPCs on my arm. Look, ooh, this might suck though.
Incoming missile.
I fired the second salvo too quickly because of the heat penalty.
New target acquired. Warning.
Oh, no, I don't want to go down.
Critical.
Oh, I panicked.
Strike online.
I panicked there a bit.
New target
But I think I'm
acquired.
okay still. I'm in good shape. We have 3 kills. Ooh, he took a shot to the HUD. Ah,
Acquired.
copycat! We found another Warhawk Prime. There's only one way to settle this.
Target spotted.
And we're in a lot of trouble too, so let's be careful. They're pushing for us.
New target
Where's the
acquired.
Warhawk
Airstrike.
Target
Where's the
spotted.
Warhawk wannabe? I want to kill him. Did I hit him? That was a wild shot because I didn't want to hit my teammate in the back.
New target acquired.
Where's the Warhawk wannabe? I want to kill him.
Destroyed.
Screw everyone else. The wannabe needs to die. I take that back. He's a tempting target.
Acquired. Airstrike online. Heat level critical.
Alright, protect myself. UAV up there. Let's kill that. There, that's down. Just barely saw it. Oh crap, this might suck. Oh no, I'm okay, I'm safe. It helps if I had looked up every now and then. Good at Life of Ice.
Online.
Remember to look up, folks. The wannabe is down.
Acquired.
Not deaf by my hands, though. There's some good hits.
Destroyed. Critical.
I missed that second shot. But he's dead. He's definitely dead. Now, what?
Target acquired.
Can I get a clean shot on him? This is where having the weapons on my arms really shines. Because whether they're above me, below me, I can still hit them. Maybe not as well as I like, though. Oh, there he is. Not a good spot to shoot him, but there he is. Poke your head out for me, please. There's our Corn King Crab, I think, is what that guy commented on earlier. I hope Corn was happy this day, because we're about to get a victory.
New target acquired.
Nope. Goddamn Urban Mech. Oh, I missed him, damn it.
Target destroyed.
There, now got him. I'm really upset I did not kill him the first 2 times I tried. Or the first 2 misses. I'm really upset I missed those 2 shots.
I think we're okay.
Target acquired.
Last one.
Yep, last one. His torso's already gone. It looks like he just went AFK.
He's clearly earned it. Right?
Yeah, he just powered down, went AFK or something.
Target destroyed.
Well, there's victory. Let's see, was that better for me or not? It feels like it was better. A little more tenuous, but better.
What's been paint job? That's right.
Yeah, definitely a lot better there. 700 damage.
Definitely the paint job.
Kill most damage dealt on 4 targets. That I was not expecting.
Go faster, right?
Yeah, and I could check team stats here, but I'm trying to learn to avoid to look at my trying to get my EP up, get my ego going. So, but there were still people who did better than me, so can't gloat that much. But I'm trying to actively not look at the overall score. I don't need that boost to my ego. But at the very least, I'm satisfied with that. Now, what do I switch over to next? I could go a light mech, but light mechs are what I need to work on the most, because I play them so rarely. And the light mechs I do play as are a little bit different than the traditional scout and flankers. Because what is the main ones that I'm using there? Where? Let's see. Okay, Cougar with the 2 large lasers, so that's for long range sniping. The idea is, of course, to find weak components and just destroy them, rather than go for killing blows ideally. Kind of like cripple and debilitate mechs. I haven't quite figured out his niche just yet. And then an adder, which this is just the stock variant that it comes with, is 2 PPCs. So a smaller, more fragile, lighter version of the Warhawk, for all intents and purposes, I guess. So it's not really a scout in that regard. Now, ooh, I know what I can take. I don't get to use this mech very much, so let's try the Orion here. One of my more recent mechs I purchased is more long-range brawler type of mech though. It's got 2 sets of missiles on it, large lasers, or 2 large lasers and a Gauss rifle for the big punch. All long-range trick, mind you. And did I get an AMS on this thing? Oh yeah, it does have an AMS, so I could shoot them missiles as well, so that could be handy. Let's give this a try. And let's see. I'm a little bit paranoid my Android's not updating the chat again there, but everything seems okay. So, Grimplexus would be good for... Tourmaline Desert is a hot map, so that's going to be an issue for heat. River City is more cramped, closer, smaller scale. I like Grimplexus. Tourmaline... Actually, I probably should have took Tourmaline. We might be gaining anyway. So, I just gotta remember to watch my heat. Because this is a surprisingly hot map. It even tells us the stats and the temperature of certain maps when we're in the loading screen or the ready up window. So you'll be able to see firsthand. I'll point it out for you. But I didn't even pay attention what game mode it is. It looks like, oh, it's Assault. I should have been reading the top right there where it says in big bold text there. Alright. So just another Assault. I would love, though, to show a Conquest. The smaller scale skirmishes, I think, are like the best things about this game. And it's really tricky to get that anymore when it's 12 on 12. Because originally, way back in before this was out of beta, I think, this was 8v8. So that encouraged the more smaller maps and close, smaller scale type of battles. 12 on 12, it encourages a lot of chaos. Especially when it's really difficult to get real good reads on where all the enemies are. Because of how that scouting mechanic works.
Sensors online. Weapons online.
So let's get this going.
All systems
Let's take the Orion Mark II for a ride. Or Orion 2C, I guess. It's technically a Mark II variant. It is improved. It's got better tech on it, so for all intents and purposes, it should be an Orion Mark II. So I'm not entirely wrong. But let's get this going. Big blocky mech. It's a long-range brawler type of mech. Oh god. Steep jump. Yep, there's some leg damage for you. Thankfully it's not much leg damage, but that's something you need to keep in mind jumping off steep cliffs. Especially if you're not trained for it. What the hell was that? Oh, please don't tell me. What? Oh, what's shooting it? Oh, that's why. I was worried we were getting shot by an ally. Team shot at.
Target spotted.
Oh, dang it. Gotta change my weapon groups there. Not all my weapon groups were fixed when I got the new PCs, so I fired my missiles when I didn't mean to.
Need assistance.
I still got shot in the rear though, but for a moment I thought I was being shot at by a teammate.
Target spotted.
So he's being annoying there. He's getting some damage, but hopefully I did some good damage to him because it looks like it was a light mech. Hard to say.
Target acquired.
And if anything, I should try and deny anyone from supporting those flankers on the right.
Need assistance.
Because I am, without a doubt, not going to be able to chase them.
Acquired.
But can I hit him with the missiles, though? Nah, I need to keep I need a constant lock from missiles to actually do damage.
Target spotted.
So if he stays in vision, there, those missiles hit.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
I should fire my Gauss. Just keep vision, please. There we go, that's more like it. Not quite killed, but he's limping now.
Target
New
spotted.
target acquired.
And it helps because it shoots over my allies too, so I don't have to worry about friendly fire as much with those missiles. Do need to keep an eye on what's happening on my flank, though, because I see no contacts or targets at all, and that probably tells me there's just a lot of ECM mechs. Ooh, that was... Not only did I nearly overheat at a bad time there, but they started to turn their attention on me.
Heat level critical.
Gotta be careful about those lasers. I told you this was a hot map, and I forgot to point that out. Yeah, this is going badly for me now. And they're pushing hard, too.
Target destroyed.
There, he's dead. Still overheating, but we're winning the battle so far, so I think I could get away with it. Now, let's get ourselves focused, because that was a terrible display on my part.
Target acquired. Person destroyed.
Oh, there goes almost all my weapons.
Person critical damage. Destroyed.
Yeah, I have to play safe now. I don't have... Never mind. I have no health. Yeah, that was a bad run. Definitely not my proudest moment there. I was talking about how hot that map is, and it shows. We could still win this though. Because I don't know if they killed the light mechs that were basically harassing, so they're basically limping and crippled. Like, I think this assassin here was one of those flanking mechs, and now he should die in a moment. He is trying to kill his legs, so...
Damage. Heatsink destroyed.
Come on, you can do it, I believe. It's only got a couple missiles on it. No! Our friend failed. Probably because he was getting flanked by something else too, because his rear was destroyed, is what happened there. Which I don't see how that assassin could have done that.
Artillery strike online.
Come on, I believe in you guys. Flak Ganon, Maidens. Whoever this hell this guy is who's powered down Fee Dark. Although, I don't know if those are enemy mechs or not. Should I be worried right now? I probably should be worried.
No, don't push it, don't push it.
Well, let's see. Are we back? Are we back? I'm assuming we're back. I'm just hoping nothing got messed up in the process. Do we sound good? I'm assuming we're back. I just hope... It looks like we're good. Okay. So I wasn't happy with that. Let's try this Orion again there. I was not doing it justice. Trying Alpha Strike with everything. And... Let's see. Oh yeah, it's still a game, that's why. So I can't use this. Okay, it just finished. Never mind. Let's try this Orion again. That was not doing that mech justice there. It has a lot of firepower, it's just not meant to fire all of them at once. The missiles are supposed to be long-range support fire when I can't get direct line of sight, and the gauze and laser are supposed to be for the big direct punch. They're all long-range weaponry, mind you, so it's not supposed to get up close and personal, but for all intents and purposes, it is a long-range medium-range type of brawler. And it kind of has the armor for it too. I just can't remember if this has standard or extra light engine or not. Because what that basically means, again, from way back at the start of the stream, ooh, Manifold. Terra Surma, ooh. This is, no one's going to want to vote for this map, but I love to just show it nonetheless. Yeah, I told you no one wanted to vote for it. Well. We get to fight on an actual volcano planet. You can imagine how hot that's going to be. Especially when you're walking in the lava. But, we do have a conquest finally. Sadly, my Orion is not meant for fighting the underground, though. Like I said before, it's more medium, longer range type of brawling, so... I don't think I'm going to go underneath the satellite to fight for that objective. At least I don't have to worry about heat as much, right, when you're out in space. So that's a plus. Also, I love how the audio sounds for the weapons and that in space, because you hear them a little bit from when they launch out of the mech, but then sudden silence for them. Especially for like the missiles. You just hear a sudden thud. Thud. It just an instant pop and that's it, of the missiles going off. You don't hear them flying across the map. Alright. So, I'll try an Orion 2C, and then I'll show you how making a new mech or buying a new mech from scratch is going to look. Because I'm planning on buying myself a Raven, because I'm a little bit shocked I don't actually have a Raven. Because that would be an amazing mech.
Oh, not bad. What's up, man?
All's good here.
Good to go.
Although, in all honesty, I should be talking in chat more, but I haven't really been using mechs that are good for scouting to call things out anyway. For all intents and purposes. And there hasn't been really any big flanks that haven't already been spotted by someone else, so I haven't had need to call those out. So, what's our mech layout looking like? 3 assaults and a heavy down below. In the Charlie Lance, let's see, linebacker, Orion, Ebon Jaguar, Bushwhacker, so 3 heavies and a medium. Urban mech, good god, is that our only light? No, we have a Locust, good god, I was scared for a moment.
Reactor
It's a
online.
walking trash can with legs, and it would only been our
Sensors
it would have been our
online.
only scout light
Weapons
mech.
online.
And by trash can I mean it's slow as
All
hell.
systems nominal.
It's a light mech that goes incredibly slow, but it can still do work, I suppose. But it's made fun of for being a trash can, and I'm going the wrong direction, aren't I? That's the drop zone for you. It turns me the wrong way.
We've captured Gamma.
Oh yeah, and to keep in mind, though, my anti-missile system was probably also overheating me. Since I'm using the laser system, it actually generates heat, so that may have been something that's causing me to overheat as much as I was. But there's Conquest for you. 5 different points to capture.
Sigma is now controlled
Damn it.
by the enemy.
I really need to turn that off.
Target acquired.
Kappa has fallen.
But let's see if we can get some hits there.
Resource point Epsilon is ours.
He's gonna come to me. He's not gonna be happy, but he's coming to me. I thought I could get a hit on him.
You guys get up. I'm gonna go. I'll catch up with you.
He's got 2 rotaries. I gotta be very careful of him. I talked about rotaries before, but at least I could spread out the damage, and I'm just outside of his optimal range, so he is losing damage when he hits me. Whereas I am not. He's still gonna hit me hard if I let him fire his full salvo at me, though. And I really should get a UAV or some kind of like consumable item on this mech. I just realized I don't have anything on the top right to represent my consumables. So I don't have a UAV to cover my blind spots, no cool shot to kind of help with my heat problem, or any artillery or anything for support, like
New
area
target
denial.
acquired.
Because I can kind of afford it, but... And I don't want to fire these missiles because I don't know if they're going to hit or not. Yep. Getting shot at there. And I'm worried there. Is he around the corner? Oh,
Incoming
missiles.
missile.
I'm prepared. I just jumped down. Let's see your missiles hit me now. I thought so. But how are we looking? I suppose I should get down in the Zeta, damn it. I'm not comfortable about fighting underground in such a closed space,
New
but
target
I can do
acquired.
it. Especially when they have 3 mechs up top that are all missile mechs,
New
basically.
target acquired.
And a king crab. Please keep spying that mech for me. I want the missile hits. There, that's what I'm talking about. Ah, the gauze was too low.
And heavy.
Oh, that's gonna suck. I changed my mind now. I don't want to go underground. I need to find the damn entrance too. It's right over there.
On the way there.
New target acquired.
At least the missiles are useful for this reason. When I can't actually fight anything, I can still provide support and damage.
Can we have the data?
There's 2 assaults and a heavy under there.
Good start.
At least.
Is he dead?
Target destroyed.
Ah, dang it.
Warriors.
I fired those missiles when I didn't need to, and I have a limited amount of them.
He went on position on below.
Nope.
Yeah, they're coming out.
I got sensor ping down below.
Target acquired.
I see you. I saw you. I don't have a UAV to help spot, but since you're underground, the UAV wouldn't spot you anyway.
New target acquired. Target acquired.
Okay, they called them out, so I know they are confirming the fight, or committing to this fight.
Copy. I want to see if I can take him behind them.
Let's see, 220 missiles left. Ah, he's underground.
target
Or he's behind a
acquired.
wall.
Moving on data.
Okay,
Roger, hit Theta with
moving on Zeta 2.
New target acquired.
So this is the Zeta point here. This is the one we're normally fighting over because it's in the middle of the map.
New target acquired.
But as you can see, no one's down here anymore, so...
Is theirs. We
New
have
target acquired.
Oh, let's see. Oh, he has no weapons left. I can kill him. He only has 1 large laser. Come on. Come on, dang it. Move it. Move your fat butt.
Target destroyed.
You 100-tonner.
Can we have someone move on Gamma?
Target acquired.
Our foes are halfway to victory.
New target acquired.
Alright, so let's hit this assault. Just a little bit more. Ah, fired too early. I am hitting it though.
LRM ammo at 25%.
Nope, almost out.
New target acquired.
I should go after the thing. I want to hit you, but... Oh, ooh, I got the killing blow. I was worried I was going to hit my ally there. I hesitated for a moment. And now he's too close. My missiles are going to be ineffective at this range, but...
Doing 110, should I go cap something?
Yeah,
Come-
go to...
Come on.
Yeah, make caps.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, that's right.
There, 150 meters I think is the sweet spot to do my full damage.
Heat level critical.
I don't think I hit him with the Gauss rifle, which was the metal slug I was charging up. Got a hit though. Not enough to kill him or cripple him though.
LRM ammo depleted.
Ah, hit the ramp. Annoying little bugger. Let's see.
Target destroyed.
I should go and grab points now, but do I need to grab any points?
New target acquired.
Because they should be able to take care of the rest of the mech. So now, we gotta deny them getting the 750 points, so they are getting pretty close to that.
Target destroyed.
But I think we got this though. Let's see, 30%. Holy crap, buddy, you're limping. That's 30% of his total armor structure, so he's like one shot away from dying right now, is what that means right there. I'm in good shape, but I was kind of being a wuss the entire time, wasn't I? I was complaining about not wanting to go underground, and spending most of my time firing missiles too. And I shouldn't even be following this guy, but in case there's a mech that tries to flank us, it's probably warranted.
Copy.
It's probably warranted for me to be here to kind of serve as like the guarantee.
I hear.
And I'm talking so much I'm not actually hearing what they're saying, which might be important.
I'm coming. Heading your way as well.
But yeah, I think actually it is a good idea to follow him, because like I said, he's one shot away from dying, so if he were to get ambushed by any of those mobile light mechs, I would probably need to be around to clean up the mess, or at the very least, be able to capture his points safely for him.
Acquired.
Because they are getting pretty close to victory. And until all 12 of them are dead, this match is going to keep on going. Until we reach 750 points. But this is my Gauss rifle right now that I'll be charging up. Nice long-range sniper shot. Almost a carbon copy of the PPC, but it's a lot more damage.
Good kill.
Good job, guys.
Ooh, and I get supply cache too. Is today going to be my lucky day of not getting common items from the loot box? Yes, it is a loot box. A random loot box at that. It's respectable. I'm okay with that. Especially when all I did was being a wuss. Just stand back and shoot missiles all day. But now, let me check the supply crate. See if I get anything lucky there, because I'm playing premium credits to basically pay for that. I've been playing this game since its beta, so I have plenty of cash and plenty of mechs to spare, but apparently I do not have a Raven. For whatever reason, I thought I would have one at this point. Oops, that was the wrong key. I did not want to check my achievements. So, let's see, what do we get? Cosmetic items, ooh, I would love to get that 7-day premium time. And a Gauss rifle's an epic quality, good god, really? I guess it's like 1,000,000 C-bills, so... It is, I think it's 1,000,000 C-bills, it's pretty expensive nonetheless, which was the weapon I was basically firing in that last match. So let's see what we get then. Let's show how this works. I've been getting all these basic common items, which is just basic weaponry, so I've been getting nothing good here. But maybe my luck will change since I'm streaming, just to make the loot box look good. You know there are piranhas watching, right? Well, I get speakers if I want to make some noise every time I get a killing blow, but I would have loved that 7-day premium time. It's basically as it sounds. Increased experience, increased credits, and everything for my matches. which is pretty useful for buying my new mechs, and I hope I have enough credits to equip my Raven that I want. Actually, let me double check. I am going to commit to using a light mech next time. I just want to make sure that I actually don't already have a Raven. I have a Jenner, but not a Raven, so that settles that then. Let's buy ourselves a Raven finally. Oh, helps if I filter this. Now, which one do I want? Because there's multiple different variants. They all have their different loadouts and different quirks, as you can kind of see here. A little overwhelming, but I know what I'm looking for, so I'm not going to bore you with these details. I think I want increased sensor range on that one. I basically want to be a scouting like support mech ideally. It helps. Ooh, this is ideal. Oh, that's the champion one, so that's already preset. And I can only buy for premium cash, so I don't care about that. I can make my own for all intents and purposes. Let's see, does it have different quirks? No, it has the exact same quirks on it too. I do like my narcs though, because they counter the ECM effects and it gets a constant target lock on anything that it sticks on. So it's amazing for any allies that are using missiles. But we'll keep something simple here, I think. Well, it has 3 energy slots, so maybe I'll go with what the champion variant is and try and make 2 large lasers. And it has ECM, it has Beagle Active Probe, so... Alright, let's buy it then. It's going to spend a lot of my money though, go figure. So I may not be able to equip it with what I want just yet. But let's give you... Well, rather, let's give you a demonstration on how you can customize your own mechs there. Let's try not to overwhelm everyone too much now. So let's see. Like I said, this is the stock variant here with the Narc, which is basically makes it easier to lock on with missiles, and it keeps target lock on them, or target info on them, so it's really useful in that sense. Let's just strip out the ammo, and these are all the slots that I have to use up. There are ways to kind of take up that space really quickly. Like, I have Ferrofibrous, which apparently makes the mech armor lighter, but it takes up a good number of these slots. And arguably, Endo Steel is better, so I don't know why it has that. Doesn't have the Endo Steel on there. Ooh, it already got an XL engine, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's upgrade the double heat sinks. Really spend all our money in a hurry. We're gonna go broke quickly, aren't we? I hope you're not watching this, kitty. I'm gonna go broke in an instant trying to kit out this mech. Oh, not enough heat sinks. Oh, I need to put more heat sinks on. That's why. I already got the ECM. I don't think I need a case, because I'm not going to be using ammo. A tank could be useful still, which is also kind of like the Narc, but it's like an energy weapon that requires me to be constantly hitting the target. But basically it's for accelerate, gain more info, countering ECM, and of course for missiles, as I mentioned. Now, I want the large lasers. I don't think I'm going to go with XLs, but... And I have none in my inventory, so I'll have to spend even more money. Unless I want to go with PPCs, which is even more expensive, mind you. I could technically go to ERPPCs if I want to go ridiculous. And I actually have the tonnage for it, surprisingly. It sounds like a stupid idea. I could do it, it's a stupid idea. Now, how many heat sinks do I need? Oh, I need a lot of heat sinks, actually. Or 2 more, at least. 2 more heat sinks. Alright, let's go to Equipment tab. Because there are a minimum amount of heat sinks I need. And they take up space, too. So... we have a tag for spotting. We have 2 ERPPCs. This is a little ridiculous, but it saves on money, I think, right? I did have 2 ERPPCs before, but it's still going to cost me 2 million credits, or C-bills. So I don't know how I feel about this. This is going to run hot, without a doubt. To the point I'd rather have regular PPCs. Because ER PPC is just basically, ER means basically extended range, but it's also more hot. Let's see, damage 10, heat 9. So yeah, not that much more heat. And what's the range? Oh yeah, pretty much the same as before. 540 range for the regular, 810 for the ER variant. We'll go with something that's not as hot just for being able to consistently fire then. Spending more money though. We're broke 2 million. I probably will ultimately commit to the lasers though, because that's easier to utilize and much more precise aiming. Now, that's the main kit equipped, but we have the skill tree, but I don't think I'm going to worry too much about that because it's a complicated mess. Until I know what I actually want to do with this mech. But I have plenty of skill points available. But basically these are just your talent points for all intents and purposes. Once you get a certain amount of experience, you can convert that into experience or skill points to upgrade whatever stat you want. You can only get like 91 points, so you have to be thorough, specific with what you want out of a mech. And since I don't know what I want out of the mech just yet, we're not going to worry about that. But this is going to run hot. Now, the most important thing, let's change how this thing looks. Although, I don't have any actual camos, do I? Nope, I don't have any camos, and I'm not going to spend premium cash on that, so let's go black. Can we style up a tiny bit more, though? No, a little bit, not much. I think I like yellow better. Ooh, that's not too bad. Not so much there. Nice, simple, I like it. Now, let's see how badly this goes with 2 ER PPCs, or 2 regular PPCs. Technically, I still have the tag for spotting support, but light mechs are what I use the least, so I don't think this is going to go very well for me. Especially if I'm going to be in close, so I'm going to be trying to stay at a distance with that said. Ooh, Robolite Oasis, this will be a new map. I should have voted for Terra Therma, but as you can see, it wasn't likely to get picked. Alright, let's give this a try. This is going to run hot, but at least with the regular PPCs, it should be a little more manageable. The main benefit of the PPCs, of course, is that it negates the ECM of other mechs if I hit them, so I can at least use it as a support weapon in that sense. Allow my allies to be able to see and target and lock on to them. So long as I keep hitting with the PPCs to extend that duration. Either way, I can't remember how hot Rubelite is, and I don't think I ever talked about the temperature. Oh god, you're really hot. 97 degrees Celsius out there. So yeah, we're going to be rain hot. I should stick to firing single PPCs just to break the ECM then. Because that will still be useful as a light mech. With some good burst punch if I can hit anything that's exposed. So there's some value there, it's just not as good precision as the lasers because it's instant travel. But it is immediate, so I can poke out fire if I know where I'm aiming and then hide in the cover immediately after. Whereas the lasers, you kind of have to stand out there for a second or two, all the while giving away your position, so there is some risk there, but with the extended range of the long-range weaponry, you kind of avoid a lot of that. Oh god, I'm in like almost an all-Raven squad. I'm gonna get outclassed. They're gonna show me how bad my build is, for all intents and purposes. Alright, let's get going. Let's see how this little Raven does. "97 kilometers, I can easily break over 100 kilometers with those talent points I showed you, since I am going to want to increase my mobility some. And I got a tag, which is very simple, but it's going to be really useful for breaking ECM, which then begs the question, why do I have the PPCs if I have a tag? I couldn't tell you. And I don't have a UAV either, I just come to realize, so I can't reliably spot while being hit in this wreckage. It's a pretty place though. I think it's pretty. I don't know if that's actually true. It just looks like a lot of gems and crystalline type entities. I just gotta be careful about being spotted, but I do have an ECM, so they're gonna have a hard time seeing me because they can't get a radar contact on me, kind of like that.
Acquired.
They don't get that highlight as easily with my ECM that I have active. So I could safely poke out. I just don't want to make it too obvious at the same time.
Target acquired.
So, no clue what you are. You're an assault. You're Mark II. See if I can spot you. I see lasers, but I don't see anything. And I'm really worried about going off on my own, because I'm not quite familiar with this map to know what's a good path to take. Especially again without a UAV to kind of serve as that early warning and spotting tool. Because there's our answer right there.
Acquired.
That's why it's scary to go out on your own. There's an Annihilator with 4 PPCs about to shoot me. It looks like someone's shooting at him over there. You don't want to follow me, little raven. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh god. Oh god.
Right arm destroyed.
Ah! Get out of my way.
Torso.
I don't want to die.
Damage. PPC
Yep, this is a bad spot for
Need
us.
assistance.
Because now we're getting pincered by 2 groups. Oh, my PPCs are both dead too, so this is going to go well. That UAV would have been really useful, but now I'm just a walking paperweight.
New target acquired.
I could still spot with the tag though. I just don't want to be anywhere near my allies to be useful. Because now I can't do any damage. So we know what my damage score is going to be. It's like going to be the 10 damage I just did to that Annihilator when I first saw it.
New target.
Unless I want to
acquired.
ram him to death, that's an option. Nah,
New target acquired.
I should really get to the high ground. That's where I'm going to be most useful for spotting. And I'm hoping this takes me up there.
New target acquired.
Nah, not quite. Not
New
quite, and I don't have jump
target
jets on this thing either.
Target acquired.
I got a tag on you, but I don't think anyone's locking on with missiles though,
New target
sadly.
acquired. Target destroyed.
Urban Mac, I would love to shoot you, Irby. I don't think any of our allies has missiles
New
though.
target acquired.
So I'm not really contributing very well, sadly, without my PPCs. Because this is kind of the sweet spot for me when they're not looking at me. Ooh,
New
I'm
target
canceling his
acquired.
ECM, so this at least pays off. I'm not doing anything damage, but at least that cancels the ECM so people can see him coming. Which is still useful.
New target acquired.
I just gotta remember that Annihilator's on my right. It's not gonna be pretty if he sees me. If I can be annoying, distracting, maybe he sees me as an easy kill. I don't think he sees me, despite the fact there's a red laser pointed right at him. Apparently he didn't see me,
Target destroyed.
and now he's dead, or maybe disconnected.
Target acquired.
And it looks like we have no one with missiles too, so this tag is all but useless. Aside for maybe any of the ECMs they might be using. Like that, there was a light mech that had an ECM jam
New target
on them.
acquired.
Yeah, I'm not contributing a whole lot, but there is ECM.
Target acquired.
That's the only thing I can confirm for sure is that there is some kind of jamming going on.
New target acquired. Left leg critical damage.
Uh-oh. They're all on me.
New target
I think this is the end for us.
Applied critical damage.
They're taking the time killing me though, with that said. So, I'm gonna make for good bait. Really damn good bait.
New target
I don't want to poke up over
acquired.
there because I'm worried. Oh. Hope he has ECM. Maybe I could cancel him. Cancel his shield. Or his jamming, rather. Ooh, team kill. I'll happily take a team kill.
New target acquired.
I am not poking up there because we already know there was an Annihilator waiting for me. So let's take a detour. See how this goes.
New target acquired.
7-7 and I'm doing nothing to help. The sad truth.
New target acquired.
I want to help you, buddy, but I'm just committing to death if I
Left
just
hook
take these
critical
shots.
damage.
I could get in his way. That's the only use I could have for blocking his shots. Oh crap. I'm dead. Aw, I shouldn't have turned around. I just exposed my rear. Yeah, it's like I said. One PPC shot. A lot of my problems would have been alleviated if I had the UAV to kind of spot there. Especially since I could be equipped to have two of them.
Point destroy heat level critical.
So that would be my main criticism, is not actually infesting those skill points.
Incoming missile. Override shutdown.
Well, this is already over. 7-11. So that match is over. Now let's try and upgrade this damn thing. Now we're going to put in the skill points, at least for what I know I want to invest in on this damn thing. Which is the mobility and of course the sensor type of skills. To help complement its ability to scout. And get intel, so let's work on that, shall we? So how many skill points do I think I'll need? Because I don't think I'm going to max out everything, but sensors here, auxiliary for UAV improvements, so I'll need at least about 50. And I got plenty of general skill points, but let's burn the rest of my C-bills, just so we know how much I have to actually spend. Oh, I got plenty of historic experience points too, so... And I got plenty of general... Yeah, I have plenty of experience here, so I think I'm good. But how much experience do I actually need for a skill point? 800. And I need 800 for that too. Okay. So let's max this out. Let's see. Well, I was going to go with 50, but I have the means. Oh, I don't actually have the C-bills, so no, I'm going broke anyway. Alright, so I'm going to resort to cheating and using the skill points I already have available. Which I'm almost running out of, so let's keep that in mind. So 91's the max there that I can utilize, so let's start improving stuff here. Which will be enhancing my UAV, maybe capture assist, and we'll have to hang on to the ID of Narc. And do I want anything else? Just capture assist, I think. Because I don't care about cool reserve, although I probably should. There, that should help there. Sensors, let's max this out. Because there's a lot of different traits here. Speeds up the rate of how quickly I can get armor intel, weapon loadout, and all that. Target decay, how long before they drop out of contact when they're out of vision. Increased sensor range, and a fan zoom, which that could be useful. It doesn't hurt to have it, I guess. Target retention, that's when an enemy moves behind me at a certain range, so I don't think I'll need that. Seismic sensors, no, I don't want seismic sensors, but radar deprecation is good, because that reduces the duration that they still have me targeted when I'm out of vision, so I can max this out, and the instant I get behind a hill, they immediately lose contact with me. Which is why I want to get every version of this. I'm missing one though. Oh, there it is. So they're 100% reduction, so as soon as I get behind the hill, they lose contact with me. Amazing for hit and run. And enhancing my ECM2 is always good. I don't care about target retention though. Where's the other target? Oh, I guess I'll have to take you if I want the deprivation. So I think we're all set there. Next is mobility. It's agileness, speed, so these are all increased elements of my mobility. Braking, acceleration, turning. And down at the bottom it just straight up increases my speed. And what are we looking at? 52 skill points so far, so I can easily max this out. And still have room for something else, so we are looking at what, 7.5 total speed increase, 25% turn radius. Oh, that's, let's see, what else do I have here? 10% more torso turn, torso speed, and yeah, 25% more acceleration. And where's my braking? Hard brake, let's see, 25% increased braking, so yeah, that's pretty useful there in that regard. So now, last thing is, what do I really want operations for my cooling? And I'm trying to think what else would be useful here. There's firepower for straight up weapon damage, survivability for armor, jump jets, but I don't have that. How many do I have left? I could pretty much max this out almost. There's not much use for the size 4. The concern I might overheat though. So I don't think I want that. I think we're good for now. I still have 20 points left. Yeah. What doesn't work with my current loadout? Oh, I need UAVs, that's why. It's giving me this warning because I don't actually have a UAV. So let's fix that. Consumables. Let's get ourselves 2 UAVs for that spine potential. They're consumables, so they do cost money, so unless you're willing to burn extra C-bills every match, I would not advise this, but they're really damn useful. If you know what you're doing, which I do not, because I still question having 2 PPCs on this mech. But it should be pretty good nonetheless, here's hoping. Let's just not walk face to face with an Annihilator, please. And this will probably be my last match anyway. It's getting late now. But I'm excited to do a little bit more streaming up until Battletech's release. I'm excited for that. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. I don't think... Well, we'll see how this PPC works. It'll be great burst damage like I said before. Do I really want Polar Highlands? I have a tag, I have ECM. You think this would be a good idea. Frozen City's kind of a nice place too. Looks like we're going to Mine Collective though, which could still work well for me. I could get behind them, shoot some PPCs, but I have to wait until they're in the thick of the fighting because that's really risky to do. I gotta get a good feel for how agile, responsive these mechs are, because I don't use light mechs a lot. Especially for trying to flank, so I don't know how likely I am to get out of trouble when they start noticing me. But we at least get to see a different map, at least in skirmish. This is as straight up deathmatch as you can get. Just kill the other team, there's no other objective. So what are we looking at here? Crab, medium mech, annihilator, linebacker, dragon, heavy mech, Archer, heavy mech, Victor, assault, Mauler, assault. Ooh, all assaults on that Charlie Lance. I like it. Arctic cheetah, so another light. 2 ravens in my lance. Bushwhacker and crab, so we have 5 assaults here.
Reactor online.
This will be interesting. Depends on what their loadout is though.
Weapons online. All systems nominal.
So let's see.
Eliminate all enemies, no matter the cost.
I'm gonna try and see if I can find them. There's the speed tweak for you. I was going what, 97, 95 before. Now we're going 105 or 104. So let's keep our eyes peeled. I do have an ECM, so I should be able to freely poke out, but they are going to be looking this way if they... because they know where we're spawning, so it's no surprise if something pokes out and tries to shoot me. I gotta try and spot something though. And I also should use my thermal vision and all that every now and then, but it's not perfect. It's helpful, but it's kind of got limited visual range. So this is risky, but let's see. Nope, nothing here. So, we kind of know where we're at.
Target
I got
acquired.
something following me. See, I think he may have given away my position though, so...
New target acquired. UAV activated.
So I'm being tagged, but
Targets
I did what I need
spotted.
to. They have their info. They might shoot down the UAV though, so... but that is a damn good UAV nonetheless.
New target acquired.
Now, just gotta be careful I don't get horribly murdered by an assault mech that's looking at me, which is always a scary thing.
New target.
I do have my
acquired.
PPCs high up though, so in theory I could hit poke out, but I gotta get used to where my PPCs are if I'm gonna maximize that potential. Because that's also another thing to keep in mind with some of these mech designs, is the placement of the guns, so I could really poke out and hit things safely. I just gotta get a feel for it though.
New target acquired.
Another annihilator. Yeah, see, I can actually hit him from there. I just need to know where it's coming from.
New target acquired.
So another UAV.
Activated.
Let's get to cover.
Target spotted.
Try and do a little bit of support. It's not going to be easy, but let's try. And I am spying things with my UAV, so that's useful. It's not in the best position, but it's useful.
New target acquired.
Okay, I hit him.
25% of the enemies are eliminated.
Oh, was that an enemy or ours? I'm trying to figure out. I'm going after our locust friend. Or at least going to try and scare him, but... ah, dang it. I had a shot there. For the briefest of moments... I just want to make sure he doesn't flank our allies too much.
New target.
It's tricky to do when he outruns me. And there's what I mean. He's shooting our ally now when I should be trying to support him.
New target acquired.
And I missed. Oh, he has only 2 rotaries. Those were
New
bad
target
shots.
Acquired.
Better safe than sorry. I don't want to die instantly. We are winning so far though, but they're all spread out and we need intel, because I have no more UAVs to spot. So gotta be very careful here.
New target acquired.
He's shooting me and those rotaries are gonna hurt, but... someone's got the warning, supposedly. I'm gonna die quickly if I'm not careful. Ooh, and I canceled his ECM, so at least we can see him.
The enemies are half depleted. Keep pushing.
We got 3-4 mechs and Echo 3 there. 2 assaults and 1 light.
New target acquired.
We're experiencing some losses. Don't get sloppy out there.
Critical damage. New target acquired.
I missed. That sucks.
Critical damage.
Oh yeah, and I forgot the PPCs have minimum range, so I actually wasn't doing any damage to him there.
We've almost
That's something I forgot there. Hell, I wonder if I was even doing damage to the Annihilator, because I'm so used to using the ER and Clan PPCs, which don't have that minimum range. So that was a mistake there.
Center torso critical damage.
There were some effective UAVs spawning, mind you, but Overall, probably didn't do all that great. And now this Locust is probably going to murder everyone because he's jamming them too. So no one else actually knows where they're at until they actually spell it out for them.
Heat level critical.
Last two light mechs are in Echo 3, Echo 4 region. Okay, he's lagged, so he's dead. Alright. Don't think I did all that great, but I like to think the UAV helped a lot. Especially the first one to kind of tell everyone where they were, because they could see all that. Not a lot of damage though. And God knows how many PPC shots actually didn't do any damage because I forgot about the minimum range on them. Oh well, that was fun. I enjoyed it at least. Always nice to be streaming some of this, because I have been playing on and off every now and then. A little bit sporadically, mind you, but I'm interested in playing a couple more streams at least of this game before the Battletech release at the end of the month. So that was a good time there. I gotta work on my light mechs, so just a little bit. So thank you for watching everyone, it was a good time.